Okay, hello, and thank you for agreeing to take part in this experiment. So this is the first essay that you wrote, and the title is What are the advantages and disadvantages of being famous? Looking at the essay, I can see that you have a very clear introduction. You have clear paragraphs stating the advantages and disadvantages of fame, and finally you have concluded. And throughout the essay you have included your opinion, reason, and finally plenty of examples, which is the correct structure of writing an essay that we talked about. So your content is good, the structure of your essay is very good. I can see there is clear cohesion, there is clear coherence, your essay flows nicely, there is a lovely connection between the paragraphs and between what you say. So let's take a closer look at the wording of what you've included, and like we spoke, all I'm going to be focusing on is going to be the discourse markers. So I'm not going to be correcting any other aspect of your essay, okay? You can see in the essay some parts have been highlighted with blue, and basically I'm just drawing your attention and saying well done because you've used these discourse markers correctly. Other places you'll see that I've highlighted some areas in red, which means something might need to be corrected or be included, and also I've given you a little idea of what it is that I would like to be included. So what area is it? And P stands for punctuation, but we'll get to that in a minute. The lifestyle of the rich and famous, we all know them. Some of them are famous because of real talent, like Bill Murray, the Rolling Stones, or Robert De Niro. Others just have the luck to get born in a rich family. I'm thinking of Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian. However, what are the sun and the dark side of this lifestyle? So you've given us your opinion, you've given us a reason, finally some examples, and you're asking a question now, however, which is the correct discourse marker you've used. And so you are questioning what it takes to be in the shoes of those people. So that's a good discourse marker. When it comes to advantages of being famous, certain points come to mind. Now here I've asked if you would include a discourse marker. You've said certain points come to mind and you've started a new line. Now this suggests to the reader that you want to list some points, and in order to show your reader that okay, this is going to be my first point, it would be a very good idea to start with a discourse marker to show this is going to be my first point, basically. So it's up to you what you want to use, and the 3 dots after it mean punctuation. As we spoke about this in class, if you remember, after a discourse marker, we said that we need a specific type of punctuation, if you remember. Was it a full stop? Was it comma? Question mark? What was it? So please include that. Celebrities are rich. They are anytime perfect dressed and the makeup is on top. Also, the clothes always fit perfect. We've got the word also starting right after on top. Could I ask that you start this in a new sentence, which means you will need the correct punctuation here to show that the sentence has finished, and we'll start this sentence with the correct punctuation with your capital letter. It's a very good discourse marker you've used because you're adding information here, but please make sure that it starts correctly at the beginning of the sentence, and please don't forget the punctuation that's needed. They can go to every cool party and have other famous friends. Besides, they live in certain places of the world in big houses and can buy whatever money can buy. So again, we've started with a discourse marker here. We have included, a discourse marker. And again, so here you're giving another side to the coin, basically, or more information, which is fine. Please don't forget your punctuation, and please also do not forget punctuation that you would need before here as well. So let's just include that as well. There is a certain type of punctuation that you would need there as well, please. What cost the world? So now we're changing the tone of what we're saying, and you are asking a rhetorical question from your audience. Let's start that with a discourse marker. Okay, so in a way you are concluding this paragraph. What discourse marker do you think you could use to conclude the paragraph and to show your reader that, okay folks, that's the end of the first paragraph. That's what we're trying to say. So please try and think of a discourse marker to conclude this paragraph. Okay, and don't forget the punctuation. Despite this, so before even reading the rest, the reader already knows that because you've talked about the advantages, here you're going to talk about the disadvantages. And that's one of the beauties of discourse marker, and you've used that correctly. Despite this, this tells me that now you're going to be talking about the disadvantages. What looked like an easy way to life, this life is also hard work. They always look good. So here again, you're going to start giving your opinion. You're going to give plenty of examples. Let's start with this with a discourse marker again. You're giving lists of what you're going to be talking about. Here you've said what's more. So let's start again with a discourse marker for a list, please. And please don't forget the punctuation. Always smile to the paparazzi and never eat more than one little salad. What's more, with the kids, they can never be teenager. You've got what's more, which is correct. You're adding information. There is something that's missing in the wording of the discourse marker, so please pay attention to the punctuation. We've got what's. I am assuming that the S that you have here is not the plural S, like cat, cats. Plural S. This is a different type of S, is that right? And so we need to highlight that with the correct punctuation. Please do that. And again, after every discourse marker, we need a certain punctuation that you've already included in other places. So include that as well, please. With the kids, they can never be teenager because Big Brother always watching them. Very good. You have the discourse marker here to show the reason for the opinion that you've just given. Lot of children celebrities end up in drugs or suicide. So here you're giving an extra reason or giving an example. So please tell us as the reader, is this an extra example that you're giving, or is it an extra reason for the opinion you've just given? The discourse marker will clarify that for us. And please don't forget your punctuation. Very good. To sum up, so now the reader knows, obviously I can tell there's nothing left here, so this is your paragraph to conclude the essay, but even if I didn't know that, when you say to sum up, you are telling your reader that this is the end, this is the last paragraph of the essay. Thank you. To sum up, being rich and famous has not just the sun side. People expect that celebrities are happy and beloved. As the result, they become drug or alcohol addict. Okay, so here you're giving us a reason for the opinion you've just given, which is very good. Can I just ask that you go over the wording of this? There's a wrong word in here somewhere. Okay, so please check the wording of the discourse marker, and again the punctuation, please, that's needed. To stay happy. If you can buy whatever you want and you have all the more, and you have all and more you need it, lose the worth. So this is finally, you're giving your final opinion here, and you're concluding your conclusion, basically. Please, yes, start the sentence with a discourse marker again. What is it that you're trying to say? Are you adding information to what you've just said? Are you concluding? Are you giving an example? What is it that you're trying to say? So please include that. All in all, this is a very, very good essay that you've written down, and thank you. You've already included some very good discourse markers, some very good punctuation. Just these little points that I've highlighted, if you would take another look, that would be great. And if you could email me back, or we could maybe meet up in class, and I will go over your corrected work next time I see you. Thank you very much again. Well done.